Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm awfully glad you've stopped by, and if you're new here, thanks very much and welcome. You know, on a recent trip to London, a friend and I had the great pleasure of going to afternoon tea at the Ritz, and it was everything you can imagine it to be. It was absolutely perfect. You know, the atmosphere was so elegant, the service was impeccable. It was a traditional three-course tea, so it came with the lovely finger sandwiches and the scones with cream and jam, and of course those wonderful little desserts which were so delightful. And you know, after experiencing something like that, you come home and you think, oh, that is so lovely. I would love to do that myself, you know, invite some friends over and have a lovely afternoon tea. And I have done that, but I like to bake. If you don't like to bake, or if you don't know how to bake, it can be rather daunting to attempt something like that, and frankly a little bit overwhelming because there are a lot of elements to it. But you know, if I didn't know a tablespoon from a measuring cup, or if I didn't even have a working oven, I could still pull together a lovely afternoon tea for friends, and you can too. Let me show you how. Let's go. Now, these days, most grocery stores and markets have a pretty good deli and bakery section with most everything you need. You know, again, afternoon tea consists of 3 courses, the first one being finger sandwiches. When I host a tea, I like to have 3 kinds. You know, the sliced cucumber, egg salad, and chicken salad. Those are my preferences. You pick whatever you like best, but those fillings are traditional. You know, I can always find pre-made egg salad and chicken salad in the deli section. You know, cucumbers are easily found in the produce section, and if you don't mind spending just a little more, lots of stores now carry the English cucumbers, you know, those long skinny ones that are tightly wrapped in plastic. You also want to start with a good quality bread. I like a good white bread for the chicken salad and the cucumber sandwiches, and a brown or wheat bread for the egg salad, maybe even a dark rye. Afternoon tea's second course is scones with cream and jam. I found these in the store bakery section. They are large. For afternoon tea, scones really shouldn't be this big. With 3 courses, smaller is always a little bit better. Something that can be eaten in 2 to 3 bites is a pretty good gauge. But in a pinch, these could work. Strawberry jam or lemon curd are the traditional toppings, along with clotted cream. And we'll talk more about clotted cream in a future video, but for now, it can also be found in some specialty shops and Whole Foods. If I couldn't find it at all, I would just go with slathering a little butter and jam on the scones. And finally, desserts. Something gooey, something chewy, and my personal choice, always something chocolate. Now, these lemon squares are huge, but take one and cut it into fourths and you have perfect bite-sized treats. Or this variety pack has a little of everything. So cut each one of these in half and your work is done. These little 2-bite muffins are a nice choice, and chocolate brownies always go over well. And who can say no to shortbread cookies? A real treat with tea. Also, macarons are frequently found on the afternoon tea dessert tray. Now, some store bakeries will make their own, and they are excellent. But I found these in the frozen section, and once thawed, they're quite nice. Macarons are not cheap, but if you feel like doing a little something extra, they're a very nice touch. Now, presentation. We eat with our eyes, and afternoon tea is one of those food experiences that if everything is beautiful and laid out well, who cares if it's store-bought? I mean, your friends may think you've been baking and prepping for a full week. A sweet little doily dresses up any plate for sandwiches. Scones can go in a covered basket with lemon curd and jam in pretty little serving bowls. Small tarts and even donut holes would look perfect in these little baking cup liners. You know, any way you present these pre-made items is up to you, but if you take the time to make it pretty and simple and elegant, everyone will enjoy it, you'll have a good time, and you too can do a no-bake afternoon tea that doesn't have you overwhelmed or worried that something might not turn out. In the end, all things for afternoon tea can pretty much be found at the store, except for one, and that is that wonderful connection with dear friends. So I hope you'll consider inviting over 1 or 2 or more and pulling together your own afternoon tea. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and consider subscribing for more tea videos. Until next time, bye-bye.